Hello, everyone. I'm here in beautiful Howard Auditorium, but oh, how I wish I were standing on the stage in Thomas Assembly Center right now. The stand's full of proud parents and grandparents and family and friends, watching you, our 2020 summer graduates, process in for a day that you've longed for. Unfortunately, we're not able to gather in person, but I do want to let you know how proud I am of you. And in fact, the entire Louisiana Tech family is proud of you and your accomplishments during these unprecedented times. You've persevered, overcoming so many challenges, including a tornado and now a pandemic. But I'm glad that you stayed focused and determined. And the hours that you've invested to earn your degree will serve you well as you begin the next chapter of your life. I'm very proud to call you a fellow Louisiana Tech alum. Even though we're not able to have a formal ceremony today, you're joining one of over 106,000 individuals who are proud Tech graduates. I encourage you to stay involved with Louisiana Tech, to come back for sporting events and homecoming festivities, for performances here in Howard Auditorium, to stop by and visit with your faculty and staff that you got to associate with all of your time here, or just to see your brick along the alumni walkway, and yes, we'll get that put there shortly, or just to stop by and to say hello. You know, my door is always open, and I hope you'll come by to see me soon. Now, there's another person joining us today who is very proud of you and your accomplishments. And you probably first met him as a freshman at summer orientation, maybe even right here in Howard Auditorium. And he's always been there, working to make sure that your college experience was all that you wanted it to be. Maybe you crossed paths with him in the quad, or maybe you stopped and shared a cup of coffee with him in Tolliver Hall. Hopefully, you never got called to his office for a student conduct violation. But the person that I'm referring to is my friend, Dr. Jim King. After serving for his alma mater for over 34 years, he decided to retire this past winter as Executive Vice President for Student Advancement. Now, I know him personally, and I know that he's invested countless hours in serving you, our students, and in enhancing this campus. And it has been his transformative and visionary leadership that led to so many improvements that you enjoyed as students. And even today, he continues to lead the new developments of residential, intramural, and parking facilities that will serve to support the next generation of Tech students. Each year, it's my privilege to recognize one of our retirees and to ask them to serve as the commencement speaker for the summer commencement exercise. I know that I wanted Dr. King to serve in this role as soon as he came and told me he had intentions of retiring. As much as I would have liked him to do this in person, and I know as much as he would have liked to have done it in person, I still wanted our graduates, you, to have the opportunity to hear from him. So it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome my longtime friend and colleague, Dr. Jim King.
Thank you, Dr. Guice, for that really kind introduction. It really is an honor to be with you this afternoon and to be a part of this commencement exercise. I truly do wish we would have had the opportunity to do it in person. I would love the opportunity again to see your face. But we have something unique in front of us, a challenge. We never back down to a challenge as Louisiana Tech graduates. We have an opportunity, though, in this unique format to do it a little differently, to think back, to reflect, without all the distraction of a commencement exercise. So at this point, I want you to do that. Think back to your convocation, perhaps to your orientation to the campus. Remember what it was like. You know, we did our best back then to try to explain to you what Louisiana Tech was all about, but I'm not certain Louisiana Tech can be explained. I think it can only be experienced. I really want you to focus on in the next few minutes the emotions that you had during that time. Excitement, anxiety, fear, maybe a little bit of loneliness. You know, that's normal. In fact, it's been 40 years since I came to Louisiana Tech, and I still vividly remember the very first days I was on the campus. Does that sound similar to where you are today? If it does, that too is normal, because you're at a point of transition in your lives, not just academically, but in a lot of different ways. But here's what you need to know. You're fundamentally different than when you arrived. You may not have experienced it or realize it until you can look back. You know, unfortunately, going forward, we have to live this life going forward. We can only understand it when we look back. But you've demonstrated some things to me and to the rest of this campus. The class of 2020, you guys have demonstrated some very unique skills. You're resilient. You've overcome a tornado. You're dealing with a global pandemic, the degree of social unrest in the country, but yet you persevered. You leaned in. You demonstrated grit, the tenacity of a bulldog to really see it through. I congratulate you for that. You do have resilience. You also have developed another skill, and that is discernment. You know, we threw at you a lot of stuff in the last 3 or 4 months. A new learning environment, new testing environments, Moodle and Zoom and everything else we can think of, particularly in terms of information overload. But somehow you've been able to determine fact from fiction. And when you did, you were able to persevere. So don't forget, you have the skill of discernment. Lastly, and probably not the least of which in terms of importance, you embody a culture of values. You know, this institution was 125 years old this year. It's unique. I've been on a lot of campuses in my career, and I can tell you, Louisiana Tech University has a culture, and it's different than many. We call them guiding principles, or the tenets of tech. You've heard it described a lot of different ways. That too can only be experienced. You can't explain it. We tried a number of years ago to put words on it, labels, and to some degree, they satisfy the requirement. You know, when we talk about pride, we're not talking about pride in an egotistical way. We're talking about pride that comes from confidence and knowledge in a job well done. We talk about respect for others. But that respect is earned through loyalty and commitment to hard work. We talk about leadership, but only leadership where as it results in integrity and the ability to instill hope in other people. Enthusiasm, sometimes maybe to a fault. We are enthusiastic about our alma mater, and we should be. But we do so in a way that demonstrates caring, because we care about what we believe in and excellence. And those excellence are unparalleled anywhere in the state of Louisiana or in the region. I want to do one other thing with you because our time is brief. I want you to think of someone who's made a difference in your life. Do you have them in your mind? Can you picture them? Was it a teacher? Was it a parent? A friend? Somebody in a leadership position? Don't lose this opportunity to say thank you. We none of us have done this alone. Your contributions and your accomplishments are to be commended, but make sure you thank those that helped you along the way. And do one other thing for me. You still have them in your mind? Tell me if they haven't also exhibited resiliency. Did they overcome a lot in their life? I suspect they did. Were they discerning? Did they demonstrate wisdom? And if they did, I suspect that's what drew you to them. And did they live by their principles? I know they did. Not just in their words, but in their deeds. See, that's your opportunity right now, class of 2020, to be that person. Go out and be that person to someone else. You have the skills, you have the talent. Nothing else will do. Go Bulldogs, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. King. My sincere congratulations to each of you on this significant accomplishment. I join your Louisiana Tech family in extending to you every good wish in your future endeavors. We all have confidence that your education has prepared you well, that the degree that you've earned will provide untold opportunities for you professionally and in every other facet of your life. The guiding principles that serve as our foundation, the tenets of Louisiana Tech, will be invaluable to you if you'll continue to make them a part of who you are. Congratulations, and have a great day.
College of Applied and Natural Sciences bachelor degree candidates: Sharetta Renee Anderson, Katie Nicole Bacalus, Chicana Latrice Bingham Hill, John Bradley Cart, Brianna Faith Cossett, Marissa Ann Davison, Kaya Latrice Dorsey, Alyssa Danae Edmonds, Ethan Allen Flanagan, Tristan Page Fleming, Jasmine Marie Garland, Kimberly Elaine Gilbert, Ingrid Mercedes Gomez, Olivia Page Guerrero, Addison K. Henson, Deidre Monique Harper, Casey Erin Jackson, Taylor Nicole Jackson, Brenna Catherine Joyner, Jerica Lynn Jones, Lauren Brianna Jones, Rachel Christine Knight, Brady Richardson Laborde, Leighton Eric Lamb, Taylor Lynn Mabu, Toby Samantha Mangum, Danny Morales, Shelby Francis Nykirk, Tiernan Daniel O'Donovan, Julia Nicole Swallow, Ashlyn Renette Taylor, Bryant Christopher Trahan II, Terrell Richard John Olven, Natalie Malin Waller, Amelia Suzanne White, Ashlyn Everett Womack. College of Applied and Natural Sciences master degree candidates: Eric Ian Culbertson, Christy Lisi Maye, Nerose Farhan Nur, JC Danielle Roten. College of Applied and Natural Sciences doctoral candidate: Mei-Ching Liu. College of Business bachelor degree candidates: Gabrielle Joanna Aiello, Kaylee Deshawn Anderson, Samuel James Bova, Logan Allen Burke, Connor Conrad Clift, Ladarius Cooper, Zachary Marshall Kusar, Abigail Rose Crow, Kwanye Marshawn Crow, Chandler Blaine Ford, Jacob Austin Fusel, Christopher John George, Lauren Nicole Giddens, Karsten Robert Green, William E. Green, Jameson Tanner Haley, Jared Lynn Hedrick, Gabrielle Aline Juno, Philip Michael Kelly, Audrey Elaine Lashley, Amanda Ernell Lauga, John Michael McAdam, Caitlin Violette McDonald, Matthew Christopher Mashautow, Lillian Lee Morris, Taylor Rawls Owen, Austin Cale Petts, Cameron Ryan Sanders, Charterius Rayshawn Terry, Judson Riley Tilson, Jacinda Shanique Turner, Ramona Charmaine Walpole, Mackenzie Elizabeth Westmoreland. College of Business master's degree candidates: Nasser Abdullah Al-Ghassadi, Violka Alhertz, Austin Lane Bowden, Wesley Tyler Cavan, Yuchua Chen, Alexis Moncrief Cole, Keith Grant Conklin Jr., Stephen Darrell Cox, Sawan Raman Desai, Taylor Ray Duncan, Yusuf Elawadi, Christina Fox Faircloth, Morgan Ashley Funes, Angela Lorenzo Garrido, Courtney Lee Giroux, Anna Catherine Howard, Paige Mackenzie Jacobson, Derek Freeman Jean, Hope Elizabeth Johnson, William Graham Jules Lemoyne, Devin Dwayne Locke, Kelsey Marie Lovell, Joseph Mansour, Scott Allen McClellan, Taylor Jessica McIntosh, Landon Paul Mims, Madison Claire Montgomery, Juliet Pate, Rachel Brooke Farr, Marley Lynn Poche, Matthew Lavina Santiago, Daniel Matthew Sunzo, Monica Lee Stoltz, Ashley Elizabeth Swafford, Brooke Lauren Teakle, Riley Hunter Thompson, Margaret Kathleen Trammell, Ariel Elizabeth Walls. College of Business doctoral candidates: Julianne Marie Allen, Heather Lynn Budden, Anusha Ashin Chafor Ellis, Sabina Wanjugu. College of Education bachelor's degree candidates: Molly Jane Allen, Edgem Akil Beaver, Megan Elizabeth Bowling, Reagan Lake Brazil, Shaquelin Jamae Brown, Alexis Suzanne Cole, Mary Grace Failure, Lainey Nicole Garrison, Haley Kathleen Gray, Caleb Luke Gio, Jamie Arnell Hardy, Jonathan Parker Harris, Sydney Francis Hazel, Kaylin Marie Hermes, Dawson Alexis Jacobs, Greta Nicole Mann, Jordan Patrick Ortega, Maria Isabel Santini, Zachary Neil Schonfarber, Jacob Ryan Sharp, Case Thomas Thurman, Nathan Scott Tadovsky, Allison Lee Young. College of Education master's degree candidates: Mallory Marie Acock, Cassandra Michelle Charrier, James Travis Clough, Caitlin Elizabeth Crump, Emily Marianne Eunice, Ariel Page Fields, Jamie House Hancock, Gregory Tate Hawkins, Christian Danielle Hudson, Madison Grace Kaufman, Samantha Henry Lazard, Benjamin Tyler Mann, Semaker Mensa, Jermaine Desmond Morris, Harley Joe Nance, Helen Jackson Rose. College of Education doctoral candidates: Amber Michelle Burge, Zachary James Harris, Morgan Lee Patrick, Jason Paul Stelly, Natalie Ann Campson Cahill, Danielle Nicole Franks, Michael Vincent Garza, Nivadito Pruba, Christopher Glauger. College of Engineering and Science bachelor's degree candidates: Admesh Acharya, Austin Joseph Blanchard, Robert Berkeley Brown, Celeste Dawn Ewerts, Emil Alejandro Fonseca Canceres, Gregory Scott Gabroji, Darren Anthony Johnson, Richard Holden LaBelle, Yinghao Lin, Christopher Boyd London, Jordan Lamont Love, Brendan Scott Mayhall, Connor Dale McNeely, Luke Gabriel Morrow, Reed Harrison Naylor, Christopher Charles Palm, Nirjala Para Ojuli, Kayla Elise Ponder, John Morgan Romig, Lance Tyler Sanders, Jacob Paul Stewart, Owen James Sutka, Andrew Duncan Theodis, Ryan James Badros, Alejandro Villarreal, Lucas Alexander Waldron, Anna Claire Weeks. College of Engineering and Science master's degree candidates: Mohammed Sahid Al-Ahirs, Volyotsa Al-Hirs, Ahmed Abdullah Al-Mahaki, Afoloronmi Ajabola Amodu, Angelica Monique Andrews, Azma Bagharpur Hamadani, Jonathan Wayne Beauregard II, Victor Seth Bivens, Christopher Brent Dominique, Ramu Gautam, Manoj Gohotush, Michael David Hardcastle, Julia C. Kokomor, Bradley David Korowski, Ronald E. Moore Jr., Evelyn Ejanare Okobu, S.M. Al-Islam Ovi, Kaylin Ray Parton, Siddhartha Paul, Joshua Patrick Raymond, Farnaz Rezahi, Kim Raj Rihal, Christian Reed Smith, Heath Brandon Waxley, John Curtis Weinall, College of Engineering and Science, doctoral candidates, Ali Abdullah Al-Khatani, Muhammad Shams Arafat, Nathan Cody Baxter, Muhammad Imran Hossein, College of Liberal Arts bachelor's degree candidates, Charles Preston Ainscoe, Willie Earl Allen Wheeler Godfrey, Catherine Ann Bishop, Connor Kane Bro, Reggie Dwight Cleveland, Anna Marie Cox, Christina Nicole Culpepper, Courtney McKenna Dilly, Nicholas Joseph Daughtery, Stephanie Tiara Dunn, Dewana Lynn Durbin, Bryce Reed Fagan, Philip Peter Moeller Fredrickson, Parker Rain French, Isaiah Charles Graham, Erica Dijon Grant, Adrian Arena Hardy, Megan Michelle Lemaire, John Michael McAdam, Kayandria Briasia Mitchell, Cody Garrett Morton, Devin Wade Nale, Kaylee Elise Ray, John Austin Reeser, Christopher Reagan Ross, Andrew Joseph Sewell, Nicholas Escher Sinanen, Susan Grace Stakes, Madison Alexis Strong, Lacaria Taylor, Kayan Corley Torres, Blake Allen Van Landingham, Kyle Derek Williams, College of Liberal Arts master's degree candidates, Lisa Marie Acton, Gary D. Eisenhuth, Stephanie Lynn Gilmore, Mallory Spinner Manuel, James Robert Tucker, Alyssa Page Vingiello,